children. Welcome to our biology session today. Yesterday we learned reported speech in our grammar session, and today we are going to learn excretory system in this biology session. Okay. So you learned that gaseous waste, carbon dioxide is released in the process respiration. It is sent out from the body in the process respiration, and in the same way nitrogenous solid wastes are sent out with the help of alimentary canal in nutrition. So what do you learn from this? The waste from our body should be sent out, otherwise it change into toxic material, and this toxicity is not good for our health. It leads to many problems. That's why removal of unwanted material from our body or any waste from our body is called as excretion. Today we are going to learn about excretion. What is the definition of excretion? The biological process of removal of harmful toxic substances or metabolic waste products from the body is called excretion. Clear? It is nothing but the biological process of removal of harmful toxic substances or metabolic waste products from the body is called excretion. Now, basing on this excretory material, we have three types. Please change the slide. Various nitrogenous wastes are ammonia, urea, uric acid. So animals that excrete a major amount of nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia, they are called as ammonotelic. Example, protozoans. And in the same way, if the waste is urea, if a major amount of nitrogenous waste is in the form of urea, that animals are called as ureotelic animals. Examples, adult amphibians, cartilaginous fish, mammals, etc. And if the major amount of nitrogenous waste is uric acid, such animals are called as uricotelic animals. Example, like terrestrial arthropods, etc. Okay. So, basing on the excretory matter or nitrogenous waste given, the animals are given names. Now, if you come to unicellular organisms, you know that unicellular organisms are single-celled animals. They do the work, everything with that single cell. Every work is done with that single cell. So, they are called as unicellular organisms. They contain only one cell, and that single cell does the work of all the life processes. Let us just simple process, that is diffusion. If you take the example amoeba, in amoeba you can see the contractile vacuole and some water droplets around in the cytoplasm. These are embedded in the cytoplasm, and this contractile vacuole, when it takes all the waste material and water droplets from it, it becomes heavy. It attains a maximum size. Then it moves towards the surface of the amoeba, that is body. When it moves towards the body, it reaches plasma membrane. When contractile vacuole comes in contact with plasma membrane, this contractile vacuole bursts and it sends out the unwanted material. Okay, this is how it takes place in amoeba, unicellular organism, just with the help of diffusion. So the contractile vacuole gets all the waste material into it along with some water droplets, and it becomes heavy and attains the full size. Then it moves towards the surface of the body, and when it comes in contact with plasma membrane, it bursts and expels the unwanted material. In this way, excretion takes place in amoeba. Now, in multicellular organs, you know, multicellular organs, they have specified organ system or organs in them. So in multicellular organs, special organs are present for excretion. Like I'll give some examples. Flame cells in platyhelminthes. Platy means flat. Helminths means worms. So all the flat worms come under this platyhelminthes phylum. So they have excretory organ called flame cells. And coming to Annelida, they have nephridia and moist skin. With the help of nephridia and the moist skin, they do their excretory work. And coming to mollusks, that is all shelled animals, example snail, and vertebrates like humans, kidneys are main organs in excretory system. Okay, now we'll go with the next slide. So when we are talking about kidney, let us learn about structure of human excretory system, in which kidney plays a vital role. We'll see the diagram. Next slide. So you can see the diagram here. We have a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, and a urinary bladder and urethra. These are main important organs in this organ system, that is excretory system. Okay, a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. So when we talk about kidneys, they see the color, they are reddish brown in color. And what is the shape of the kidney here? It is bean shaped. Kidneys are in bean shape, and actually they are about 10 centimeter long and 6 centimeters wide. Okay, and these are present on either side of the backbone. These are located on either side of the backbone. And these kidneys, we know that all internal organs are protected by the skeletal system. Here these two kidneys are protected by last two pairs of ribs. Okay, the kidneys are protected by last two pairs of ribs. Now if you see here, the right kidney is located slightly lower than the left one. You know what is the reason for this? Because at the right side of abdominal cavity, you will see liver. Liver is occupied at the right side of abdominal cavity. That is the reason why the right side kidney is a bit lower than the left side. Now, if you see here, in the middle of this kidney, you can see the notches. These notches are helpful for exit and entry of vessels, nerves, lymph vessels, blood vessels, ureters of the kidney. And that notch is called as hilum. The notch is called as hilum. Okay? And the renal artery. Okay? The renal artery here, you can see here. The renal artery branching out from the aorta brings oxygenated blood containing waste to the kidneys. It brings oxygenated blood containing waste to the kidney. Okay. And the renal vein. You can see the renal vein. This renal vein takes deoxygenated and filtered blood from kidney towards the heart. So, the renal vein takes deoxygenated filtered blood from kidney towards the heart. Okay. And now this is about the kidneys. So from just above the kidney you can see the cap-like structure. This is called as adrenal gland, and this adrenal gland releases adrenaline. Adrenaline is also called as fight or flight hormone that we'll learn in the next lesson, control and coordination. Okay, and from these two kidneys you can see two tubes arising. These tubes are called as ureters. These tubes are ureters arising from the kidney. These are thin muscular